so many different momentum swings in that game. You probably have to watch the film 2 or 3 times to, kind of go through the ebbs and flows that it had. Credit San Francisco. They made the plays in the end when they needed to. It was a little surprising to me that it ended up being that type of game. I didn't think it would be. I thought it would be much lower scoring, but that's the direction it went, and you got to score one more. So, any questions?
Do you know why that wasn't holding on the Payton?
I don't want to answer one officiating question today, so I won't. Keep going. Sorry.
Did you know what the job Kyle Shanahan did calling plays? It seems like they had the defense off balance.
There wasn't a lot of balance from with the score. There wasn't a lot of balance in either defenses, and they do a good job when you can run the ball like they can, and obviously it creates throws and creates misdirection plays. They're challenging. That's why they're one of the better offenses. Flag put us at the 1. That's why.
Was this your best game offensively overall, would you say?
No. Listen, it's a fair question, and yet I would say any game, if you were going to consider it your best game offensively, would have to include a win. So this isn't about just trying to get passing yards or rush. It's about winning games. So no. Yeah, listen, I know what you're going to ask. You're going to slow down, decide to slow it down when you score 7. I don't know how to do that. Yeah, and then what if you don't have as many plays to score 7? So. Yeah, I mean, look, it's 4th and 2, so there's a handful of things you're wanting to do. We kind of played a man underneath safety high defense. They got into a good bunch set, and he was able to uncover it. So I'm sure when we watch this tape, there are going to be a handful of things where, if you played it back over again, you try to find a way to make sure that a guy like him doesn't beat you in the end. Listen, you're talking to me right after a tough loss, so are you telling me how I'm supposed to feel? All right, I don't feel encouraged. All right, I feel frustrated because we had opportunities earlier in the game offensively to take advantage of field position. We had a number of opportunities. We had missed assignments, so no, I'm not encouraged that way. All right, thanks.
Listen, I would say both sides, back and forth. They're a great team. I feel like we're a great team. So this is like a heavyweight boxing match, just trading punches. That's how I would. I know there's some things offensively we can clean up, certain opportunities that would have, made a difference in the game, obviously, when it comes down to it. But you always have that, right? You always have those moments, and it really comes down to the last, 4 minutes of the game and what happens, and you just want a chance to win. And listen, we had a chance to win, right? And so did they. Unfortunately, they were the ones who came out on top today.
Consider defense coming into this, and obviously the crazy numbers. Did you ever expected a game like this?
I know what our offense is capable of, right? And so, to me, honestly, just faceless opponent. Like, I'm just going to turn on the film. And I don't care about reputation. I don't care about statistics. I don't care about anything. I'm just going to play what I see, right? And then develop the game plan that you feel like puts you in the best position to win the game. And they've got a ton of great players, right? And if you're not executing to perfection, you know, they're going to make you pay, right? I felt like we did a lot of things really well today. But there were definitely a few things here and there that could have put us in position for another field goal, right? Which makes a difference at the end. Or extended drive. Don't give them the ball back before the second half, or in the second quarter, which allowed them to go down and get a touchdown before halftime, right? So just, man, so many little things that I know just from an execution perspective on our end would give us even more opportunities. Yeah. Nobody was open. Yeah, that's definitely a factor. He had 2 catches for 68 yards and 2 touchdowns today, right? I mean, he was impactful, and would have been nice to have him, obviously. Felt like he would have had opportunities. He would have been able to complement everything that we were doing. You know, it just put more on the plate of Josh Hill and Taysom Hill, the Hill brothers. But those guys played phenomenal. They stepped in and played phenomenal. But, yeah, you certainly miss a guy like Jared.
Last year's game against the Rams, you know, kind of a back and forth.
Yep.
You saw them
Yep.
in the postseason. You feel like this is a team you're going to probably make it down the road here and, you know, maybe get another back at.
Listen, I hope so, because that means that we're accomplishing our goals, right?
You've played in these, you know, top, you know, wild big games before, and you've won some, and then obviously you do something. How does you? I'm not saying your approach changes the week after, but mistakes. I mean, is it more about cleaning things up, or were you guys?
We're better than what we put out there today, and I'm just talking about us offensively. We had chances to score more, and you feel the flow of a game like this, and you know you got to score, and you know, man, you've got to execute to perfection, and you know we weren't quite there. Did a lot of good things, but just not quite enough.
Sean is gambling, the way it works, everybody thinks it's the greatest thing ever, and maybe when he gambles and it doesn't work, starts. The 2-point conversion, you thought that was being on the 1-yard line, you felt good about that.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Listen, you know you're in that type of game, right? And we were going to play aggressive. Listen, we faked a punt. We brought just about every kickoff out of the end zone, right? And hit on a couple of those, right? And we got a great return man. Let's see if we can break one of these, right? We get out to the 40 or 50 on one occasion. You know, those are difference makers, right? That's momentum. If you just look at the statistics of you're going for 2 from the 2-yard line versus going for 2 from the 1-yard line, it's a big difference, right? We had a play that we liked, and oddly enough, they misaligned. So they had an extra guy who shouldn't have been there. So unfortunately, the play didn't work. But, you know, that's a big play in the game if we get it, right? So, yeah, listen, we're going to play aggressive. We're going to take chances. We're not going to make any excuses.
So they had a guy on that side of the formation who should have been somewhere else.
Yeah, he should have been on the other side, covered Taysom.
You kind of touched on it, but you were encouraged by the start, because I know throughout the year that the start you guys offensively hasn't been the way you wanted it, like getting, you know, 4 touchdowns in the first 4 drives. That's kind of what you're supposed to see, right?
Yeah, I'd like to see more of that. All right, thanks.